All right, it's time to ask you if Deion Sanders has a big summer surprise up his sleeve. I'm going to talk about five-star quarterback Charles Lester, the number 2 cornerback in the country, number 20 overall. Now, he's going to make his decision this coming Friday. We're about 5 days away from his big announcement. And as it stands right now on the recruiting prediction machine, Florida State leads at 90% with Colorado just around 3%. Chad, are these the main 2 teams that you're looking at to land Charles Lester as we're about 5 days out from his decision?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if there is a threat to Florida State, it would have to be Colorado. Listen, I haven't heard Charles Lester's name linked to Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, honestly, for months. You know, he took some OVs and obviously explored his options. But on my end, you know, his name has been attached to Florida State for so long. I don't want to say he's been like almost like a forgotten recruit. But some people talk about him on my end like he's already part of that Florida State recruiting class. So I would consider, you never can sleep on Coach Prime. He loves to pull these kind of surprises, typically around signing day, not so much the summertime. But I would say Colorado, if there is one to watch, would be that one.
Yeah, and like I said, FSU's kind of been running away with this one on the recruiting prediction machine for months. So what have the Seminoles done to put themselves in this position 5 days out from his decision?
I think it links to one person. That's Mike Norvell. You know, we saw Marcus Woodson go from Florida State to Arkansas. He was the lead recruiter at the time for Charles Lester. And Pat Surtain's come in and done a great job, you know, taking over for Woodson and creating that connection. But what held that together, and even goes back to even before Woodson, was Mike Norvell. He's been a guy that's leading the way in Charles Lester's recruitment, highly involved, connection, stability, comfortability, stability, all of that, I think, is a big part of Lester liking Florida State. We know he grew up a Florida State fan. He's been there probably somewhere in that 15 to 20 time range to Tallahassee. He knows the people. He knows the community. He knows the staff. He knows the players. And I think he just feels at home. But I think if I had to lynch that to one person or one reason why I think FSU's been that consistent favorite, is Mike Norvell.
All right. Well, Florida State fans watching this right now are probably feeling really good. But Chad, if Charles Lester shows up to Colorado in a day or two on a midweek visit, should FSU fans be concerned about the timing just coming right before this decision?
Well, like you said, they're feeling really good right now. If he's in Boulder, you can't feel as good. I promise you that if you're a Florida State fan. You have to wonder why. You know, if you're taking this visit, you know, 2 days before you make a commitment, could you be on campus at Colorado if you went out there a day before you commit on the Friday? To me, if that happens, you can't feel as good. You have to worry about Coach Prime a little bit. He loves to do this. It always seems to be somewhere tied to a Florida school. Obviously, Travis Hunter with Florida State, Cormani McClain with Miami at the time, and now back to Florida State again with Charles Lester. So, yes, if he does make it to Boulder, I think there is some reason to worry. But again, Florida State's been in this for so long, and they had the relationships that are so strong, I still think they'll be tough to beat.
All right. Well, I got my pick in for Florida State. I entered that sometime in March or April, I believe. So I'm going to hold out that it's still going to be FSU. But if he does show up in Boulder midweek, it's going to be a fun decision. Well, it won't be as fun for Colorado and FSU fans. They'll be sitting on the edge of their seat. But you and me, Chad, we'll be there to cover it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. And remember to check out all the videos on the On3 YouTube page.